What's up YouTube? Vengeful Sorrow here once again. Back again with another drinking video. Happy Halloween! Woo! Finally! It's been looming for a while. It's probably because I decided to put my decorations up near the beginning of September, so it's been like a month and a few weeks. But I get to take them shits down tomorrow. I say get to because my yard is a mess because I haven't been able to cut my grass, trim my hedges, anything like that. And it looks disgusting. So tomorrow I get to make my house look normal again. Anyway, we got ourselves one of these fuckers, you know, as usual. And yeah. We get to have ourselves a nice little drunk Halloween. It's not a whole drunk Halloween. This isn't going to get me like wasted or anything. But, you know, it'll make me, let's see, it's 5:17 as the words I speak come out of my mouth. 5:17. So it'll be dark in what, like, I don't know, 2 hours? 2 hours. So that means that means we're gonna have kids trick or treating. I don't have no fucking candy. I'm not doing candy, bro. Candy's expensive as fucking shit. Fuck them kids. I got decorations that doesn't invite you into my house or into my, you know, come get candy or some shit. Now. All the houses back when I was growing up, all the houses had decorations. Right? And you could tell which ones were giving out candy because they left their porch light on. Right? I grew up in a fucking trailer park. A poor-ass trailer park. A run-down trailer park. So not a lot of people were giving out candy because everybody was fucking broke. Right? So for me, I got my decorations up, yeah. But I don't have my lights on. I don't have my porch light on. Or I'm not going to when it gets dark. I'm telling you, man, fuck them kids. Nah, don't fuck them kids. It's actually really... If I see any trick-or-treaters pass by this house, I'm going to be impressed. Because it's just not something you see anymore, you know? Now, I say that as somebody who lives in a place that's not really a neighborhood. I mean, I live in a collection of streets. It's not a neighborhood. And it's actually right fucking next to a main road. So, you're not going to have people, you're not going to have kids. It's actually not even close to anything else. Like, there's some apartment complexes one way. Them people in the apartment, you're not going to fucking walk on the main road for half a mile and come into these few streets. They're not going to do that shit. And then the kids who are on this street or around this area, I mean, I live right next to the main street, so they're not coming up here, like if they're deep in the neighborhood. So, if I see one single trick-or-treater, I'll be impressed. Now, they're not even a school bus stop around here. There's one at the very fucking beginning of the neighborhood, and I only see like 4 kids get off of it whenever I get stuck behind that school bus. So I don't think there's a lot of kids here. Now that's only from let's say a high school or a fucking middle school or whatever. Sure, I'm sure there's elementary school kids and all that shit. You know, there's all different variations of ages and shit. However, you're talking about like a distribution. Like if you take that as a percentage, there's not a lot of kids here, so So I'm going to be the old man not giving out candy to the kids. And it's not because I'm an asshole. It really isn't. It's not fuck them kids. Candy costs money, bro. If I were to get a bag of fucking Snickers, a bag of them Snicker bars, that shit's probably like $14. Bro, $14 is like 5 of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, make a bunch of kids happy or make my fucking self happy. And I'm choosing myself. Now, hey, look. You know, in 5 years when I'm a regular at the post office and I'm making twice what I'm making now per year. Because I'm only... Look, I was looking at my paychecks. And it's looking like it's going to be after taxes, because there's only, like 4 paychecks left in a year. It's probably going to be like $35,000 after taxes. That is literally how many bills I have per year. I'm like, it's almost ridiculous how close it is. So I'm gonna have to fucking, and I'm working my ass off. I'm gonna have to suffer for the next 4 years or however fucking long it is, and then I'll start giving these kids some candy when I actually have money to. Know what I'm saying? Anyway. Fucking, I found something today in my butthole. No, I did not. It wasn't in my butthole. But I found something today while I was delivering mail. Somebody was throwing out a Guitar Hero controller. And you know me, I love Guitar Hero controllers. I don't need another one because I've got this one. And I've got my modded Explorer in the closet. So I've got Guitar Hero controllers. But, you know, genuine Guitar Hero controllers are eventually going to become a rarity. And, you know, look, there was a time, maybe 10 years ago, when they were rare because they stopped being produced, right? And then their value kind of went up. I remember when I bought that Explorer, because back in the day, I traded everything into GameStop like a fucking idiot. And I had probably like 8 guitars because I got the guitar version anytime Guitar Hero came out. Now, I didn't buy that. My parents did, right? So when I wanted to get back into Guitar Hero and I bought my Explorer, I bought it new. And that bitch was like $280. And that was a long time ago. Now, if you were to buy a new one now, they are very rare and they'll probably cost more than that. But the price nowadays for these guitars is a hell of a lot lower. Because there's more options. I mean, you got the fucking Riffmaster, you got the cracked guitars. And then the modding scene from all these mod companies has revitalized it. So they're cheaper now. Right? So anyway, I found one and I'm like, I just wanted to grab it. So I grabbed it and I brought it home. Right? No, I don't know if it works. It's a Wii guitar and I don't have a Wii. I don't have a Wiimote, nunchuck, whatever the fuck you call that shit. But I do know that you can mod those. I don't know if you can mod it and play it on PC, but I think that'd be pretty cool. So I'm going to look into it. I don't even know which game it's from. I think it looks like it's the World Tour one, but it also looks like GH5. I don't recall. I think it's World Tour. But I found this on the side of the road, like next to a pile of trash. So it's out in the garage, sitting right next to the garage door, in case it has fucking roaches or something in it. I'm gonna let it sit for a while and then I'm gonna take a look at it, you know? But they also had a drum set sitting there. Now, I don't have a drum set. And I was like, oh my god, this is a fucking jackpot. So I hopped out of the truck and I looked at it. The wires are like all frayed, cracked, and like not, I don't know if they're necessarily severed, but you could replace the wires or re-sleeve them or whatever. But it didn't have a pedal, didn't have drumsticks. It just looked in poor shape, so I just fucking left that. You know what I'm saying? So, I got myself a guitar project to work on. I gotta do research, because I don't even know if you can mod a Wii guitar. I don't know. And I don't know if you actually need a nunchuck Wii remote to play it. I don't know. I don't know any of this stuff. But I saw it and I grabbed it. So, that'd be a cool thing to work on my days off that I don't get. Actually, I was off a few days ago. What's today? Today's Saturday? No, today's Friday. I was off, Tuesday, I think. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday, and I was surprised because that was the day. Look. Typically what happens is they schedule me 3 days off, right? Now listen, they schedule me off Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday every week. Every week, at least. Like a lot of times they'll schedule me Monday off. I'm scheduled off Monday off next week. But the thing is, we're so short and they're desperate for people that they always call me in on Sunday. Well, they change my schedule last fucking minute. Look, I go in on Saturday, check my schedule. I'm still off on Sunday. I check my schedule before I leave on Saturday, before I leave for the end of the day, and I'm working Sunday. That's how it works. That's how it's always been. I'm currently off this upcoming Sunday, but I expect to work. I expect to work Monday. So basically, I work Saturday. They change me to Sunday to work. They call me in Monday. They call me in Tuesday. I'm scheduled Wednesday. And I'm scheduled Friday. But I have to have a day off according to their thing. It has to be like once every... Somebody was explaining the contract to me. Is I have to have a day off every 10 days by rule. So they have to keep it within a period. So typically what they'll do is by the time Thursday rolls around, they have to give me the day off because that's my only day off for the week, right? So I was expecting to get called in on Tuesday and have Thursday off, right? Well, the opposite happened. They didn't call me in on Tuesday, but they called me in on Thursday. So I had Tuesday off, and I didn't expect it, so I did nothing. I fucking slept in late, woke up being lazy for a while because I... thinking, they might call me in late because they always have call-outs. And then never happened, right? So that's most of my morning wasted because I was expecting to get called in by like 10:30 or 11. And then, by 1, 2 o'clock, I ended up taking a nap. Wake up. By that time, in my opinion, the day's wasted, so fuck it. Let's just sit down, play games, watch TV, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the point is, when shit starts getting normal, and I can actually trust the schedule when it says I'm off, that'd be a good time to tackle into that project. You know what I'm saying? I can do the research, between now and then, but if I'm ever going to make any moves, it's got to be, when I actually have time to do it. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so fucking I do want to watch a scary movie today. I mean, it's Halloween. I fucking wasted October. I've just been in a mental depression. You know, I just have not enjoyed this October. So, yeah, maybe I could at least salvage today and have a nice Halloween. We'll watch a movie. That'll be like once it gets dark and shit. I do want to play some scary games. I mean, I'm probably gonna play horror games I'm gonna play horror games forever. It doesn't have to be in October. It just heightens the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just cool. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to play The Evil Within. I only say that because I was looking at my list of games that I got, and that shit stuck out to me because I haven't played that shit since like 2014. I don't remember shit. All I remember about it is there's a fucking crazy fucking witch lady, right? Like, she's got like 1,000,000 arms or some shit. She's like a spider witch or some shit. And I remember that it's the same people who make fucking Resident Evil, at least the earlier ones. And I remember that the game is like squished. You know what I'm saying? It's like widescreen. And I think that's very cinematic, and I love it. So, I don't remember jack shit about any story in that game. It'll be a good experience, you know what I'm saying? Oh. Damn, here we go for another fucking 17 minutes. Bro, I don't know what it is. I'm telling you, man. The moment this shit hit my lips, like every day, every time this shit hits my lips, I just turn into a fucking chatterbox. About nothing, about random bullshit. So, today, woke up, and I put on my Halloween shirt, my Happy Halloween shirt, right? This is a black t-shirt from Walmart with a stencil. I think we bought it at like fucking TJ Maxx or some shit. It's a stencil, right? You put it on the t-shirt, and then you put bleach in a bottle, a spray bottle. You put bleach in a spray bottle, and you spray around it. And that's exactly what this is. That's how this was made. And I think it's fucking awesome. So, I put this t-shirt on today, and then I walked out of the door, and it was fucking 53 degrees this morning. That's insane. Bro, there was icicles hanging from my snot, my nose, you know? 53 degrees in Florida in October? That's ridiculous. Now, it was cold yesterday too, but it wasn't this cold. So I had to put a jacket on over this, and so basically nobody really saw my Happy Halloween shirt until, I don't know, maybe like 1 o'clock, where it actually warmed up a little bit. It got up into like the upper 70s. So I had to end up taking the jacket off, and people could see my shirt and shit, so. Yeah, bro, like, it was cold. Like, I know a lot of people don't think that 53 degrees is cold, but I'm telling you this. For me. Okay, let me tell you 2 little bits of it. Outside, if it's below 75 degrees, I'm shivering. I am shivering, right? Now, let me tell you another thing. In this house, I keep it at 86 degrees Fahrenheit fucking height. 86 degrees, bitch. Sometimes it's real hot when I try to sleep. So I'll turn the AC down to 84, just so it kicks on. I don't like doing odd numbers. I like to keep it at even numbers. Is that weird? Probably, but everybody does it. Not everybody, but a lot of people do it. I'll wake up in the morning shivering at 84 degrees. Is that not the weirdest thing you've ever heard? I am a fucking reptile. Like, it's like I get my body temperature from the external temperature. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a freak of nature. Not in a good way. I'm not like a super talented freak of nature. I'm a super weird freak of nature. Oh, that was a pussy-ass, bitch-ass little burp at the end. But with that, we are done. The end of the end. She's empty. So thank you for watching. You know, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do tonight. I gotta figure some shit out. So thank you, and I will see you. Happy Halloween, first off. Thank you. If you've made it this far, you're that dude. You know what I'm saying? So I will see you next time. Peace.